All right, let's get in there and move. That was some good work in there. Again, drillers make killers. Oh yeah, that's how champions train. Your next opponent is not gonna be able to keep up with you. Let's hold him down here. That's where you're winning. That's it. Soften him up. That's it. Come on, soften him up. That's it. Soften her up. There we go. Nice hustle there. You timed that takedown perfectly.
All right, so here's the world beater, Khamzat chimaev, wicked relevant in two divisions. Every time he sees you, he tries to take you down. Gotta think he's gonna try to wrestle here tonight.
That's exactly what he does, right? He wants to impose himself on his opponents. He wants to show his dominance when he's inside the octagon, whether it's on the ground in the grappling, as we saw in Kevin Holland, or whether it's him striking, as we have seen in the beginning of his UFC career. He has all the skills, but it's the mindset of Khamzat Chimaev that I think separates him from most fighters in both weight classes that he competes in.
And with respect to Conor McGregor and everybody else, I'm not sure that any athlete has ever taken this sport by storm quite the way Chimaev did back in 2020. Let's see how he fares in another big spot tonight. Khamzat Chimaev enters the octagon with his mind set on one thing tonight, that UFC championship belt. So the latest title defense arrives here and now for the UFC's undisputed middleweight champion. And prevailing wisdom is it's going to take a huge effort out of the challenger tonight to dethrone this dominant king.
Absolutely. You do not beat this guy without being on your A game. And not even just your A game is going to get it done. You have got to overachieve in order to beat this guy. This guy is firmly entrenched as the best in the world. When you look at him, you know he's the best. From the way he carries himself, to the confidence, to the skill set. He's the champ, and he doesn't intend for that to change.
Seemed as though it was maybe a difficult weight cut, or more difficult than once prior, but he didn't want to hear any of that noise in advance of this latest middleweight championship title defense. Or tell the tape for this middleweight championship fight. All right, now for the particulars, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC middleweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Khamzat Chimaev. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Gonzalez.
All right, Herb Dean, third man in the octagon for this one. All right, so here he is, the UFC champion, and this guy is all the rage. Right now, he might be the front runner for the fighter of the year, given the fact that he was able to knock out the #1 contender in his last title defense, and to do so emphatically in a fight that a lot of people thought was close on paper is really something that could take his career to the next level. Trying to follow that up here tonight. Most guys have succumbed to his power. We'll see if that holds true yet again tonight. Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Chimaev. All right, so the fighter's able to reverse position on the ground, and now he's got the dominant position.
Yeah, what a great job recognizing that once he got the reversal, he went right to his offense. He didn't wait, John. He did a good job of while his opponent goes, oh my goodness, I lost the position. He said, no, we're not done. I'm going to get to a dominant position myself.
Oh, beautiful 1-2 punch. Khamzat Chimaev going for the takedown, but unable to land. Oh, how did he eat that uppercut? Takedown defense holds up.
He's got to start moving his head. He cannot take this many shots to the head. Nice.
Frantic pace early on to this one. It's going to test his chin. Nicely done. All right, the wrestler having little trouble engaging here in the clinch, and as you well know, he's got a lot of trips and takedowns from this very position.
Well, he manipulates you. He manipulates you from the underhook. He gets to the underhook, he starts to move you forward, backwards, he's tripping, he's foot sweeping you. He has so many different ways to get you to the ground that you can never really feel comfortable from this clinch position.
I need you to get control of his wrist.
All right, side control now. Just over 3 minutes to go.
Scramble, pummel out, get yourself in a good position, a better position.
Gonzalez is in half guard. Lands with the ground and pound here.
And now he's attempting to choke. Yep, that guillotine's deep. Looking for the guillotine lock right now, and it looks like it's in. He's done a great job of securing it, but now he's got to settle him if he wants to finish the fight.
Man, this is some serious ground and pound here, DC. He's not just staying busy for the sake of staying busy. These strikes are doing damage.
Oh, yeah, no pity pat to this guy. This guy's trying to land, and he's trying to land effective strikes. Beautiful ground strikes landed.
Another ground and pound strike gets home.
Big ground and pound.
Making all these shots count.
Oh, he got to the spot.
Come on, let's go. You got the scramble here.
Oh, trying to pass here, but Dikembe Mutombo style, he gets denied.
Blocked! Great job blocking that pass by the bottom fighter.
Oh, big shots from the top. Again, not much defense there. Another ground strike gets through. Chimaev's pass is denied. All right, north-south position now. We'll see who transitions first. Chimaev's able to transition back to side control now. Ooh, that Kimura looks tight. Arm still not out of harm's way yet.
Look at all the pressure on the arm. A lot of takedown defense, submission defense is just being calm and patient. Billy,
Bottom fighter better move.
Yeah, he's got to move, John. He's got to shrimp and try to either get up or pull his opponent back into him so he doesn't have the posture to land that big damage. Lands a nice punch from his back.
Well, the ground and pound has been working for him. Nice job here by Chimaev. Really good job to land these strikes from top position. Trying to pass the guard here, but a nice job by the bottom fighter defensively.
Bottom fighter did a fantastic job of following with his hips, making sure he blocked any attempt to get past his guard.
Chimaev's back in full mount.
Oh.
Nice movement to avoid some of those strikes from the top. Round two next.
All right, listen. You did good that round, okay? But I need you to do a little bit better, okay? I need a little bit more. I need you to avoid that takedown.
All right, so that's the end of the round. A lot of highlights from which to choose, but his success in that round certainly rooted in his offensive takedown game.
And that's what he does, right? He's a grinder. He's the type of guy that wants to get a hold of you, drag you to the floor. It doesn't bother him that much if you get back to your feet. He just wants to continue to make you work the entire time because he understands this type of grind most guys can't keep up with.
All right, let's get to round two. Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to connect on a lot of shots to the midsection, and these will take their toll as this fight goes into the latter rounds. Nice. Nicely done. Well, no surprise there as he lets his opponent stand back up. Oh, well-timed overhand there by Khamzat Chimaev. All right, there it is. He stuffs yet another takedown, and not a bad attempt by the wrestler, but he hasn't realized any success with his takedown game this far.
No, sometimes, John, it's not enough. You can beat the guy to the position. The guy is just well-versed enough.
That is a huge shot right there, DC. You don't want to eat too many more of those.
No, and he needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Right now they separate. Oh, big knee to the body. How'd he get that one home? Well, he's always working off of that jab. Nice jab there. Oh, he's in real trouble now.
Oh, my goodness. There you go. There you go.
Keep that top position above your elbow.
Nice reversal on the ground. Great job.
Pretty good work with the strikes here off of his back by Khamzat chimaev. Drops down inside the now closed guard of his opponent.
Let's see how patient he is as he attacks a submission or big ground and pound.
All right, looks as though that strike maybe opened up a cut around the eye area.
Yeah, it looks like that strike opened up a cut, John, but it's nothing to worry about now, but he's got to start to protect it.
All right, trying to pass here, as Glover Teixeira might say, not today.
Not today. Great job of following with the hips, keeping those legs locked and keeping them in full guard.
This pace is just absurd, and he has kept it up throughout the fight. Shades of Max Holloway against Calvin Kattar, punches and bunches.
I mean, being there, watching Max Holloway do what he did was super impressive. So to even list this performance alongside that tells you how this guy is fighting tonight.
Chimaev's nose is bleeding now, so we'll see how he handles that adversity, but nothing ideal about it here in the middle of this fight. Good series of punches by him there. He has certainly had no trouble finding the range tonight.
He is finding the target with everything he throws. He's mixing it up beautifully.
Oh, a violent strike to the body. This could be the end, DC.
I mean, this fight is close to being stopped. That was a massive shot to the body.
And back to his feet. 2 minutes now to go in round two.
Keep those punches going. You're landing.
Well, he's really starting to land a high number.
Oh! He's in a lot of trouble.
Hey, hands up. Protect your face.
Oh, he hurt him again, bro.
Chimaev's really limping now, folks. Looks like the leg kicks are really starting to pay dividends for his opponent. Stuffs that takedown attempt without issue.
Time. Hold him there. Let's start the break.
Right hook to the head, blocked.
Hands higher. Hands.
Gets in close and gets that single collar tie locked in tight.
Hook to the head by Gonzalez. Back and forth we go. Well, the leg kicks have been a big storyline in this one, and there's another one, so he continues to slow his opponent down. All right, so he catches the kick and promptly counters with the takedown and puts him on his back. Nicely done there.
He knew exactly what he was doing. If he had an opportunity to secure a leg off of the kick, he would go right to his takedown, and it worked to perfection.
Gonzalez's eye starting to close up. Got to get that end swell on it between rounds if we get there.
Nice block. Nice kick. These guys are going at it.
Oh, huge strike lands there, and somehow his opponent's chin held up.
His opponent's chin held up, but you do not want to be on the receiving end of those types of strikes.
30 seconds left. 30 seconds left in the round.
Trying to guard pass here. All right, so he's setting up for a submission here. Oh, he's got that arm in tight, DC. Oh, he's out!
He actually escaped. Look, I gotta start writing these dudes obituaries, man. I always think they're done. Surprise me.
Chimaev's lower jaw does not look good. I don't think it's broken, but starting to show some obvious signs of swelling. And the horn sounds on round two. All right, so there's the end of the round. You see the blood trickling down as he makes his... Back to the stool, cut on the bridge of the nose, or so it appears from the strike in that round. Cut man getting right to work. All right, back to the stools we go. Offensively, a lot to like from him, but on defense, he hasn't been able to stop anything tonight.
Yeah, it's got to be the whole game, though, John. He's got to be willing and able to do everything. He's done a good job on the offensive side, but he has not defended well, and now he's dealing with that nasty cut.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Here we go, third round of this championship fight. Nice block and the follow-up counter with the jab. Trying to land the elbow there to no avail. Oh, shot to the body connects there. He hasn't really thrown too many body strikes in this fight, but now, as this fight goes on, he is not discriminating, working the body, and those shots are going to count. Nice defense there, huge block.
Stay in there, buddy.
And right there, his opponent's wobble champ.
He's hurting bad. He cannot take another shot like that.
So pretty good recovery by the opponent after getting stunned pretty good. Got to capitalize on those opportunities.
I mean, you can't waste these opportunities. You don't get them as often as you'd like. So when you get a guy hurt, you got to find a way to finish the fight.
Well, you know this is the hurt business, and both guys are compromised at this stage of the fight.
Yeah, both guys are compromised. Both guys have been beat up. Both guys have done a great job of landing, recognizing what they wanted to get done, and it's showing. This is a very evenly matched fight.
Takedown defense is there. Now goes to the uppercut. And that'll do it!
Oh, my goodness!
Yeah, that was just a gorgeous shot to end the fight right there. I'm not even sure the opponent really saw it coming. So back to the drawing board for him, but for the winner, this is certainly exactly what he was looking for here tonight. We now go inside the octagon where Bruce Buffer has the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 19 seconds of round number 3. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world, Gonzalez.
And still the king of the 185-pounders. There he is, the undisputed UFC middleweight champion after the knockout tonight in his title defense. And that's got to feel pretty good. There were a lot